Good morning, everyone. Here are the Sanibel Island and Southwest Florida updates as of June 25th, 2023. The City of Sanibel held a budget workshop on June 20th. I listened to the whole 2-hour meeting because I was curious exactly what a budget workshop was. Basically, the city manager and the city council discussed the current budget, future budgets, projected shortfalls due to the hurricane, and ideas on future funding. One interesting fact was that the Lee County property appraiser decreased Sanibel's estimated property value by 31%. This means less taxes for the city to collect, around $3.8 million less property taxes for Sanibel Island. Side note, most Sanibel homeowners will be happy. Everyone loves to pay less taxes. But homeowners need to remember those taxes help your city run smoothly. This is the time of year where most cities are evaluating homeowner properties for potential tax increases. Like the Midwest town I live in, our property value increased for the first time in several years. We personally did not mind the increase. We like when our home value goes up in price. This is not our forever home. We do eventually plan on selling, and when we do sell it, the increase in value just increases the profit we will earn, which will be way more than the slight tax increase we have to pay. But listening to my neighborhood chatter, everyone else thinks it's the end of the world, and they plan on contesting their home value increases. These are the same neighbors who thought a $30 HOA fee increase this year was going to bankrupt them. Anyway, back to the meeting. More budget stuff was discussed. They will be having another budget meeting in July before the 2024 budget is submitted. The Captiva Community Panel held another special meeting on June 22nd. David Mintz reported to the committee on the Lee County Board meeting discussing the height and density ordinances that was delayed until September. They spent most of the meeting debating with each other and the South Seas rep, Bob Walter, the code interpretation. Honestly, I zone out for half the debate, pun intended. In my interpretation, South Seas is trying to take advantage of a clerical error made by the Lee County Planning Department in 2018. Captiva changed a provision on their end and have been using it since 2018 concerning building height. Lee County did not update the revision correctly, so South Seas keeps harping on this because without this update, they are saying they cannot rebuild. South Seas can be rebuilt by Captiva standards. The clerical issue can be fixed without getting rid of the current height restrictions. But South Seas is trying to take advantage of this situation by removing the height restrictions at Lee County, going behind Captiva's back. I hope this makes sense at this point, but honestly, I'm getting a little confused. I still find the South Seas rep to be a bit argumentative and snotty, so I'm going to stick with South Seas being the bad guy. Bob Walter insists that South Seas has no current plans to show anyone. I don't believe that. He is saying at 9 months after Hurricane Ian, they have no plans on how they're going to be rebuild. Give me a break. Of course they have plans. Of course they have ideas. Plus, he keeps saying Captiva's ordinances won't let them rebuild. But how would they know that if they say they have no plans currently? Another point on this meeting, I usually find Jay Brown, the president, to be supportive of the other board members, but at this meeting he kept interrupting everyone and being a bit argumentative. I'm not for sure what his issue was, but I felt like it was a bit out of character for him. I find David Mintz, the vice president, to be the most informative and clear on this issue. He definitely sounds like he knows what he's talking about. I only made it halfway through this 2.5-hour meeting. Everyone was just talking over each other, arguing, repeating the same info over and over again. I just found the meeting frustrating and depressing, so I just was like, I'm done. They need to get their crap together, their issues resolved, and they need to present a united front in the September board meeting. They also need to quit trusting South Seas. South Seas is up to something no matter how much Bob Walter denies it. Thanks for listening.